I think a lot of sports stars are on steroids. I think there's a ton of like designer.
You're insane if you're not. You're insane. Literally, the question of which steroid is better, because there's limitations to what you're allowed. Actually, the real question is like, here's what we are testing for. Do anything else but that, and like you'll catch every now and then you'll hear somebody like, oh, I tested positive for this one thing, and I was getting ringworm like steroids or whatever. And it's like, no, like
when you
I don't
watch
care,
Derek,
but like
when you watch Derek talk about
a
this
thing that lowers your estrogen levels so you don't get man boobs.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with ringworm.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, but
when you listen to Derek talk about this, like there are. It's not even like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's like needing to find a needle in a haystack, but thinking you were looking for a fucking cat. It's like they don't know what to look for with some of these things. There's so much money involved that someone can get together in a laboratory and create a new chemical, a new compound that nobody knows about, and then be like, look, it's just you and fucking A-Rod and like 4 other people. Y'all know each other, right? Like. Y'all are the people on Compound J, all right? Don't fuck this up. And I mean, like I feel like that's just what happens.
Oftentimes, these designer super drugs are not the best ones.
Sure not. No.
If they could take anything, they'd take like tea and trenbolone or something, right?
Something.
They get caught doing that, so they're taking the best drug that passes the test, not the best drug.
Yeah, like part of the Icarus thing, they were using these mouth rinses.
That's the Russian doping stuff, right?
Yeah, that's where they uncovered all the Russian doping stuff. One of the things they were doing so that the compound was in and out of their system, but still giving them like tremendous effects, is they were using something called oxandrolone, which has huge strength bonuses, healing stuff, and no real side effects. Sounds like a perfect steroid, right? So, but it's pretty fucking detectable. But what they would do is they would have these mouth rinses of the stuff. They would gargle it and spit it out, and it's just sublingually in their bloodstream. They get some effects, obviously not as much as if you just popped a pill or swallowed it, but they're getting effects that can't be caught, right? And they're becoming way stronger. They're healing way faster. They're just better.
Yeah, you're just looking for 1%.
And it was a cocktail. It wasn't just oxandrolone.
I'm gonna need 100%, Jared.
No,
I can't be competitive with
100%. But
I'm gonna need Compound V.
I don't know why you're not already on some juices and sauces, Woody. You're already like
fucking should be. I break
like
every 3 weeks,
dude. You're already pretty fucking big. Look, I think you can get bigger, but like there are genetic limitations. To my understanding, there are these like genetic caps on our RPG characters for how muscular we can be. We just all have different body types, right? You see some guys that are just skinny for life, some guys that were just always just, man, he'll get fat if he fucks up for a minute. Like they're just people who are built different genetically. You're getting close to about as much muscle as you're genetically going to be able to hold. But a testosterone injection is just an override. It's just like, you just hear the and your body goes, oh, we need a lot more muscle. And somebody goes, how much? All of it. And they just like pull the floodgates, and then your fucking muscle fibers all have 2 hammers fucking doing crack cocaine and Adderall, and they're just making as much muscle fiber as they can, making you extra fucking strong. If you, let's say you bench press for like 220 right now for 15 reps, a month later, so let's go 8 weeks later, you would add 30 pounds to that number and do it the same reps. Easy. Like that's conservative. And if you really went hardcore, you could make it 50, like no problem. Like not even hardcore. Like you just treated it seriously. You'd put 50. If you'd like 8 more.
I just want to be able to lift again.
That's the other thing. You won't lose muscle if you don't lift. Now you can just take some time off, and your body's like, whoa, why did he build all that muscle? We don't need all that. And it's just like throwing it away. Like it's just shoveling it out the back. It's waste product now. But with some testosterone, your body's like, we'll be hanging on to that. Let's burn some fat.
Because it feels like now, like just as I approach like my PRs, like I hit 1 PR in like a stupid exercise. I don't know, tricep push downs, but I was like sort of getting back after the broken leg, and then the nose comes and I drop. I don't lift anything for 2 weeks.
You would hit all new PRs.
Work back again.
It It would be, and it'd be interesting because like the way I did it, as I started off as like untrained and low T, and for you to start off, your T's probably okay, or maybe even good.
Can't be that high. I'm almost 50,
but it can't be that bad. You're like libido is fine, and you're muscular, right? There's no way to like beat that with hard work ethic.
That's genetics right there.
Yeah, it's hormones. So like you're okay, but if you were super physiological or like bordering on it, if you were like capped out for what like a man can and should be,
right? If it was back to like
Jesus Christ, you'd explode so crazy fast. You'd be buying new equipment in 2 months. You'd be like, I'm gonna burn right through this equipment.
Okay, the weights?
Yeah. You'd be like, I'm gonna need more stuff. I don't have enough. I don't have enough shit to lift.
That sounds outrageous. Maybe dumbbells. My heaviest dumbbell is 65.
Yeah,
I could see.
I mean, it's coming at some point. At some point you're gonna want to like dial that in perfectly to be the ideal version of you spiritually and emotionally and all that stuff. So like, why not get a little head start on it? See, like I said, my girlfriend's birthday is not for like a month and a half, 2 months. I'm buying the Xbox tomorrow. Okay. Now I get to play Xbox for an extra month and a half. Like not losing any points here.
Genius.
Get your Xbox
so
started.
Smart.
I don't know.
I can't wait till we get TRT Woody. I can't wait. It's fucking Uber Woody. I can't wait for it. Y'all, I hope he doesn't tell any of us, and we just see him start just fucking
just bulk up.
Like we just see him fucking getting those shirts. Like, are those shirts getting smaller, or are you just getting bigger? Both. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, I'm all raging.
They're all the shirts are blue and tight.
Suddenly I think the fucking tank tops, the stringers are my cup of tea. What? This is just what guys wear.
That's what I wear now. Starting fights at gas stations and shit. No, I never had any issue with that. Everybody always says that whenever I talk to someone who doesn't, I don't know much about it. They think that steroids or TRT in general, I guess, is going to make you more aggressive or a piece of shit. Really, that's what they mean when they say aggressive, is a piece of shit. They don't mean that like.
I thought they meant short-tempered. Like I literally thought that.
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
like,
but short-tempered is a piece of shit to me as well. Like someone who's going to yell at Olive Garden, that's a piece of shit. Okay, it's breadsticks and salad, dude. Chill out. Right. So, but like if you're yelling at Olive Garden, you're a piece of shit. There's no call for that. So I imagine some guy, I think I've talked to people about him. And they're like, oh, don't people like that go into roid rages? And I'm just like, I think before the roid rages, they were already going into regular rages.
Yeah.
So the answer is
exacerbates
yeah. Some people
underlying.
Do. Yeah. It
Maybe
makes
some
the
other
regular
drugs
ragers into scarier people.
Like Derek's videos always make Trenbolone seem like insane, that it messes with your head. Guys turn gay, guys turn aggressive, guys turn like weird psychological.
You ever put on so much mass you wanted to suck a cock? Try Trenbolone, bitch.
That's like the stories he tells.
I don't get that one. That one's weird, making the dudes gay or whatever. I have heard about it, like really blowing their hormones out of position, make them crazy, making people like crazy. So like that, but that's
libidos go so wild. Like gay is like a thing, and or just like, oh my god, I totally wanted to fuck this fat woman on a bus.
My understanding of Trenbolone as a compound, I've watched a lot of those YouTube videos. Maybe I'm getting things mixed up here, but it is that it was never meant for humans. That it is a horse steroid and the only way people are getting it one of the ways is by taking the pellets that they normally inject into horses, these time-released horse steroid pellets, and like, I don't know, doing something to them to make an injectable compound that they are then injecting into themselves via, a fucking syringe. Maybe also like people are just good enough chemists that they don't need that pellet to begin with and they're just cooking it up. I don't know. But that's where it came from. I'm almost positive. I think it's a fucking horse steroid. Not only that, one that's meant to be like a time released.
Let's not get crazy. That's what they said about ketamine. And that's